Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Mallory Erickson. I'm an executive coach and fundraising consultant and the creator of the Power Partners formula. If you are here, it's because you want to know, should you hire a fundraising coach? What is a fundraising coach? So I just want to walk you step by step through what does it mean for someone to be a coach? What's the difference between a coach and a consultant, and how you should go about the process of identifying whether it's the right fit for you and who might be the right fit for you. So first, it's really important to understand that somebody who is trained, somebody who is certified as a coach has gone through a ton of learning and practical application around how to help people realize their potential, right? So coaching is really about fundamentally the belief that we have so many of the answers that we need inside us, but there are a number of things that get in our way from us being able to realize them. Some of that is related to our inner dialogue and our thought processes, right? Some of it is related to limiting beliefs that we have about what's possible, what we're capable of, but deep inside, we actually know what to do. And coaching is about helping you find those answers within yourself, leverage your potential, help you realize your potential, grow and develop into the leader or the fundraiser that you were meant to be. Okay, that's what coaching is really about. Consulting is about advice, right? It's about getting advice from a professional or an expert in a certain area to help move you forward on a specific thing, right? So in my work, I say that I'm an executive coach and a fundraising consultant because I do both, right? I'm a certified executive coach. I'm trained in how to help people answer their own questions, right? From deep inside them, because that actually moves the needle on action so much more powerfully than me just telling them what to do. But I'm also a fundraising consultant because I do have those best practices and I have 15 years as a fundraising expert, so I can chime in and give some feedback and be a thought partner. So one of the ways that I kind of help people think about this, right? Like, do you need a coach? Do you need a consultant? Or do you need someone who can help you with both? Is that areas that a coach can really support around are around identifying blocks that are getting in your way, right? That's a coach. A coach is going to be able to coach those answers out of you, right? They are going to be better at helping you be accountable, right? Because they're going to have training around how to hold you accountable in the right way. They also, though, are going to be able to identify when you aren't doing the thing that you said you were going to do. What's the real reason behind that? Okay, so accountability is another big reason. So barriers, accountability, and then the other things that coaches are, better equipped to manage are behavior change, habit building, because a lot of the barriers to those things go back to these underlying barriers within ourselves, and that's what a coach is really trained around doing. Now, when you would need a fundraising consultant is when you need help with strategy, right? Maybe facilitation around strategic planning. When you need help with implementation, a lot of consultants offer done-for-you services where they'll ghostwrite emails and things like that. Some consultants even provide additional hands on the ground through a retainer, right? So those types of situations would be when you might want to look for someone who is a fundraising consultant. And then if you need both, you want somebody who's going to help you grow your personal skill set around fundraising, because that's what coaching really comes back to, is the sustainable habits, the sustainable skills, the sustainable belief in yourself that you can do these things well beyond when the coach leaves you. But then you also want someone who's going to give you some feedback or who knows the area of expertise that you're working in, and you do want their insight on their best practices. That's when you'd really be looking for that fusion, when you'd be looking for somebody who has been trained as a coach and as a consultant in whatever area of expertise you are particularly interested in. Now, both coaches and consultants have a number of ways that they work with people, right? I've alluded to some of them already. Some of those are through one-on-one coaching or consulting, which might look like 1 hour a week where you're going through, like with my clients, we go through their lead prospect list. And we are talking about both the practical application of the coaching principles that we're talking about, and I'm holding them accountable in the process to making phone calls, having meetings, sending outreach emails, so that they're constantly in process to having those donor meetings, which then I can coach them around in preparation for, right? And when barriers come up, we can identify what's the underlying reason why they haven't taken action around something that they said they wanted to take action around. In addition to one-on-one services, a lot of coaches, as I mentioned, do done-for-you services or retainer services. So you might hire a consultant who's a few hours a week to help take some of the roles and responsibilities off of the fundraising department, or they might ghostwrite some emails for you, right? That usually would not be a coach. It could be someone who's both a coach and a consultant. Sometimes I've done engagements like that as well, but typically that's more of the fundraising consultant side of things, right? And then coaches and consultants are also great resources when it comes to facilitation and board engagement or any of the challenges that you're having around fundraising. And so you want to think about, okay, is this challenge that I'm having, is this a skill gap? Is this a skill gap that somebody with strong fundraising knowledge is going to be able to solve for? Is this more in the consultant space? Or is the barrier that's coming up that my board members are really uncomfortable fundraising? And so possibly they need some skill support. So you want to find someone who's in that fusion, or you want someone who's going to come in and who's actually going to do group coaching with your group to help identify the barriers that are getting in the way and what can be done about them to move the whole organization forward to really realize its full potential. I hope this really short video helped you identify what some of the overarching differences are between a coach and a consultant and when you might be looking for one or the other. If you want some more information, I've created just a little template below you can download, and I give some examples in there too about the types of projects that you might be looking for a coach versus a consultant. And feel free anytime to ask me questions down below and we will answer them as well. But I hope this helps you start your process of finding the right coach or consultant for your organization, because it truly can be the difference between that hustle hamster wheel and a successful, thriving, sustainable organization. So best of luck. Thanks for hanging out here with me.